Good morning, dear students. Myself, Professor Sapna Sharma from Modern College, Business Administrative Campus, BBA Department. So, welcome back, dear student, to this Artificial Intelligence course. We have covered a lot of stops about the artificial intelligence. From past few sessions, we are going through the best out of features about the artificial intelligence, or you can say the different branches of artificial intelligence, who all make this artificial intelligence as the most powerful technology. So we have underwent to the machine learning. We have got to know what is machine learning. As I have mentioned already, that it gives the ability to understand and to make the decisions from the past experiences. Later on, we underwent through the various type of algorithms that are being used into the machine learning. Then we have also covered about the deep learning. Excuse me. I told you about deep learning, exactly what it is. From this session, we come to know that deep learning is working in the same manner how the human brain exactly works. We have also underwent through the various type of deep learning and what are the different type of applications that are taking place with the help of deep learning. And the third very important feature we have currently covered, that is natural language processing. So into my last session, I started with the natural language processing, and I have given you the definitions and various purpose of the natural language processing. So let me just give you the definition once again so that we can move forward, and we should have the back image also of natural language processing. So I already mentioned that natural language processing is the most important feature, most important tool for your artificial intelligence. It makes your application as strong as we are not able to imagine also. With the help of natural language processing, the device would be able to understand what is the human language, what is human trying to tell, right? So we will be able to understand it properly without having any problem. Any of the application, whether it is simple application, or it is a robot or anything, with the help of natural language processing, we will be easily able to interpret with the natural language of human being. So into my last session, I have underwent to the various things that are being covered into the natural language processing. I also mentioned the two different stages of natural language processing. The two part basically. One was the data cleaning or data processing, and the second one was using the algorithms. I mentioned you that what is data cleaning. When we are talking about the data cleaning, that means what? The data which is used by the natural language processing is unsupervised data, right? We are getting a lot of data. We have to do what? We have to just extract the important data. We have to clean the whole data and try to extract the useful information. And after extracting the useful information, we have to put, or we have to apply an algorithm onto it, a specific appropriate algorithm. So now let me move to the next very part of natural language processing, that are the different phases of natural language processing. So here we are having 5 different phases of natural language processing. The very first one is lexical analysis. The second one is known as the syntactic analysis. Third is semantic analysis. Fourth is disclosure analysis. And the last one is pragmatic analysis. I know from hearing these all analysis, you will find you will think we are listening these type of words very for the very first time. We never heard, ma'am, what it is exactly. Syntactic to also we can go for it. Semantic is also good, But what about this disclosure, pragmatic and lexical? No, you cannot correlate with anything. So these are the very different things that are very much important, very different phases that are very much important with respect to natural language processing and then with respect to your artificial intelligence applications. So let's make a dig into this now. First one is known as the lexical analysis. Now, what is this lexical analysis? In lexical analysis, we do what? We divide the whole chunk of text into small paragraphs, into small sentences, into small words. So, here we are applying the rule of divide and conquer basically. Okay, we are having a big paragraphs, okay, like a lot of text is there, so we would be dividing it into the paragraph, sentences and words. Now in our mind the very important thing comes why we are doing this. We do this so that we should easily able to identify it, easily able to understand, easily able to analyze. Now what to understand, what to analyze, what to detect? Nothing. We are detecting the words, right? So we should be easily able to identify which particular word is being used and what is the purpose. What is the purpose? That is the basic fundamental, the concept about the lexical analysis, dear student. It is very much important to understand the sentences. Then only we can generate the response on the basis of the statements and the sentences and all. Right? Let me move on to the next phase. The very first phase is you are analyzing the word. Okay. Next one is syntactic analysis. Now, what is the syntactic analysis? Syntactic analysis involves the analysis of word. Means I am analyzing the words. Now, how I am analyzing the words? I am analyzing the words with the help of grammar, with the help of arranging the words in such a manner so that they should form a relationship, right? For example, if I am also mentioning any kind of statement in front of you, if I'm throwing any sentence in front of you, so what is happening? My mind is making the relationship, and on the basis of mind, I am able to speak. So I am getting a signal basically. Sentences are being made into my mind, and those made sentences are coming with the help of my mouth. I'm able to speak it. But first I need to make it. First I need to arrange them properly so that I can make them as a vocal activity. So that is the very important thing. So for example, यहाँ पे there is a sentence, the shop goes to the house, does not pass. The shop goes to the house. Okay. So this is we are not able to understand the shop goes to the house means what? What exactly it is? We are not able to get the analytical. So what will happen in syntactical analysis? Whatever the statements are coming, that statement, first of all, we will think whether that statement is making any kind of worth. Is it understandable or not? That is the most important. So in the first stage, we were analyzing it. In the second stage, we are doing what? We are just making the relationship. We are trying to make the relationship between the words, between the sentences that are being spoken basically. Third stage is semantic. Semantic analysis draw the exact meaning of the word. Now comes about the exact meaning. And it analyze the text meaningfulness. Means with the help of this stage, we will get to know whether that words, statements are meaningful or not. Whether they are making any meaningful what you can say, answer, response, whatever, a moral. For example, if I am talking about hot ice cream, so this is not that meaningful. How it is meaningful? Ice cream cannot be hot, right? How you can say like that? So with the help of semantic, we are just finding out the correctness. With the help of syntactic, we are just making it to be look into the proper format. So looking into the proper format and sounding correct is something very different. It is very different, right? Let me move on to the next part, that is disclosure integration. Now what does this exactly means? Disclosure integration क्या होता है? To disclosure integration takes into account the context of the text. जो भी आपका टेक्स्ट है उसके कॉन्टेक्स्ट के बारे में बात करेगा वो. The most important content inside it. It considered the meaning of the statement before it ends. Yes, obviously. ठीक है ना, जब भी हम कोई स्टेटमेंट अगर थ्रो करते हैं तो व्हाट वी थिंक अ लॉट ऑफ स्टफ, राइट? बिफोर कमिंग टू द एंड ऑफ द स्टेटमेंट वी अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट द स्टेटमेंट इज एग्जैक्टली. दैट इज द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट बेसिकली. स्टेटमेंट खत्म नहीं हुआ इससे पहले हमने उसको समझ लिया. दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ही वर्क्स एट गूगल. इन दिस स्टेटमेंट he must be preferred in the statement before it ends. Means like, you know, अगर ये जो ऊपर वाला जो स्टेटमेंट है उसमें ही बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है एंड इट शुड बी देयर बिफोर दैट स्टेटमेंट एंड्स. So this is known as the disclosure, like, you know, integration. We should know what exactly the statement is telling before it ends up. So we have to combine the words in such a manner so that it makes a powerful statement. अब मुझे इस स्टेटमेंट से पता लग गया कि yes, this is the person who works at Google. That's it. But the statement कितने अच्छे तरीके से फ्रेम किया है. This is what we so called as integration. Integration means what? We are combining the words in such a manner so that they makes a powerful statement, an understandable statement basically. I hope that you people are understanding it. The next very, that is pragmatic analysis. Now before moving to the pragmatic analysis, the very first stage was the lexical. In that lexical we were analyzing the words. Second one was the syntactic, means like we were actually helping the words to use the proper format. There should be the proper formatization. Okay. Next one was the semantic. Semantic means what? We were forming a kind of like, you know, relationship among the words, among the statements, among the sentences. And in last, we were talking about, in the last slide, we were talking about the disclosure integration. That means what? We really want that the statement should be understandable before it ends. खत्म हो जाने के बाद में आप सोच रहे हो अरे यार वो स्टेटमेंट क्या था, वो क्या बोल रहे थे. There is no use, right? The statement should be understand before it ends. When we come to this particular stage, pragmatic analysis deals with overall communication. Okay, overall communication. It is not only considering about the what you can say, a specific word, a specific statement. It is thinking about the overall consideration of the communication and the interpretation of the language that is taking place, right? Two people are talking, so the way of communication would be different. It might happen like, you know, both of them are using the different languages on several instant of time. So here we are analyzing that part only. So it deals with like, you know, giving the meaningful usage of the language. The language should be in such a manner so that it should be understandable by majority of people. For example, like, you know, one person is Bengali and the second person is Karnataka and they are talking to each other, right? So what they will think, if both of them knows Hindi, then they will talk in Hindi. If both of them are comfortable with the English, then they will talk into English. These are the very common languages and very useful languages. The same concept we have to apply over here also, so that there is no problem at all while having the communication or conversation with each other. Next is, what are the difference between the natural language and computer language? What is the difference? What is natural language and what is the computer language? So here are the differences. So three differences I have mentioned over here. The first difference is like, natural language has very large vocabulary. Obviously, it's all about the grammar, right? So we would be having a larger vocabulary, which would be having the consistency of like, you know, what you can say, spelling, and along with spelling I am having what? I am having the meaning. And I will also come to know when to use, where to use, what is the verb form, what is the adverb form of this particular statement. But when you talk about the computer language, so there you are having very limited vocabulary, because computer is not always talking, right? The computer will be talking whenever there is a necessity. So it is having very limited vocabulary, and you can decide this vocabulary with the help of ASCII values. Second step is natural language is easily understood by humans. Yes, because natural language is meant for humans. It is not meant for any computer and so far. Next is, when you talk about the computer language, so computer language is easily understandable by the machine. Yes, it is easily, because computer love to use that language, right? And it is very much specific. You cannot like make anything round. You have to be very much specific while working with a computer language. Next is, natural language is ambiguous in nature. Ambiguous means what? Sometimes errors. They are forming the errors. But when you talk about the computer language will be never ever it won't be having any ambiguous nature. It would be always unambiguous, error free, not at all a single problem also. So I hope that you people have understood what is the huge difference between the natural language and the computer language, because natural language is like, something different which is spoken by the people. But when you talk about the computer language, then you need to be very much specific, very much precise basically. Sorry for the inconvenience, dear student. Next. Next is, what are the different type of APIs we are using into the natural language processing? API, full form everyone knows. Hmm? Everyone knows, I think so. That is application programming interface, right? So we use the APIs. API plugging is used, right? So that our work become more and more smoother. So natural language processing API allow the developer to integrate. I told you, integrate human to machine communication. Means if I want to make the, like, if I really want that two things should get communicated with each other, so I have to use any intermediator, or I have to use any interface so far. So here I am using the API. Okay. So natural language processing will help the developer to use these APIs in order to make a communication, right? Communication means what? For the useful task, just like, speech recognition is there, chatbots are there, then spelling correction could be there, sentiment analysis like emotions and other stuffs also. From words we can understand like whether the person is confident, not confident, crying, laughing, what they are doing, right? Next, so the very first API is IBM Watson API. IBM Watson API combines different sophisticated machine learning technique. It consists of what? Sophisticated, very highly qualified type, highly accurate. Okay, and we are using it to, like, to classify text into various custom categories. Now where, like, this IBM Watson API, you will find when you want the language support, like, it is having the multiple language support, just like English, French, Spanish, German, Chinese. But the most of the languages are being covered with this IBM Watson. Next is chatbot API. Now, what is this chatbot API? This chatbot API allow you to create the intelligent chatbot. Now, where you find this chatbot? You find this chatbot on majority of, like, what you can say, like on the websites, on the applications. They are nothing but the help desk type. I hope that you people have, so like, you would have, like, seen these type of like, features whenever you go to any of the website. So there is a small section, okay, it automatically prompt and it asks how may I help you. So what do you really require? There, person is not speaking. It is just like a technology, and you feel like somebody like human being is like texting you, but exactly it is not like that. It works onto the very specified text. It works onto the multiple languages also. Means if you ask question in any of the language, they will provide you the answer in the same language itself. Very easy to use, very easy to use. It is just like a small chat box only, chat messenger type, right, where you are doing the chat, and you use this chatbot when you talk about the web applications, as I told you na, websites and all, right? Next is speech to text API, means conversion. When you are converting any speech to text, at that time the speech to text API would be used. Now how it happens, इसका मैं best example देती हूँ. Everyone says ना on Google Speak, right? They speak and automatically that data is it comes onto your browsing box. Automatically it comes and you are able to see the content in front of you. The same thing you people see nowadays where you are using the captions, right? You speak and automatically the caption would be arising. It happens into the movies. Whenever you see the movies, there is an option of caption, right? When you enable that particular caption, so whatever the person will speak, that would be coming on the bottom of the line. Bottom of the line it comes, right? So that if if you are not getting the things which are being said inside the video, you can read them out. You can read that caption and you will be understand what exactly happening. Next is sentiment analysis API. Sentiment analysis API is called an opinion mining basically, which is used to understand the user's mentality, right? User's mentality. Whenever the user will speak, the user's tone would be analyzed basically. So from that we will come to know whether the user is happy, whether the user is sad, whether his user is having the positive view, whether the user is having negative view, or whether the user is very much neutral, no matter what is happening, right? Next, that is translation API by Sistran. Now, what is this? This is the translation. When you're translating the data into the different language, the translation API by Sistran is used to translate text from the source language to the target language. Yes, imagine you go to Japan, right? So in Japan, what happened? They would be usually using their own language. That is like Japanese they would be using. And if you belong to the country where you don't know how to talk Japanese, so what you will do? You will use these API. With the help of these API, the Japanese language would be converted into the English language or any of the language which you really want. So in the language, in which language you want to hear, that is known as the target language, okay? And the source language means what? From the language in which the text is being spoken, it has been spoken basically. So there are two language. The sender, the speaker would be known as the source language, and the receiver would be having the target language. So we have to consider. So you can use it natural language processing API for language detection also, so that we should understand what type of language it is, then what type of text segmentation it is, like then recognition would be there, then tokenization would be there, and lot of tasks you would be doing when you are talking about the translation API by Sistran. Next, text analysis API by Elian. Now, text analysis API by Elian is used to derive meaning and insight from the textual content. Means what you are doing, you are having a lot of data in front of you. You try to derive an important content from it. You first of all understand what is that data, and after understanding the data you will derive the meaningful data out of it. That is the purpose of analysis. Why we do the analysis? We do the analysis for this purpose only, because we know without analysis we won't be able to do anything. right or not? Because using it is very much important. We have to understand it, the other stuffs. Sure. Let me move on to the next part, that is the cloud natural language processing API. Now, why we are using this cloud natural language processing API? The cloud natural language processing API is used to improve the capability. Capability means what? The the efficiency of any application who are using the natural language processing technology. Obviously, the efficiency of any application is very much important, because if there is the efficiency, if that particular application is having the capability, so automatically what happen, the people loves that application, the people love to use that application, because people know this particular application is very much strong, and it is having a lot of stuffs, and it do the stuff with into a smooth manner because it is highly capable, right? How the people will come to know about your capability, dear student? From your result. When you study well, then you will always score a good marks after giving a good examination, right? So it shows your capability that yes, you have the willing power, you deserve it. The same thing happens over here. It allow you to carry various natural language processing functions like sentiment and analysis would be there, and language detection, and it is very much easy to use. There is no maintenance charges also over here. It is very good. Like you people are using the Drive, Google Drive, right? It is so efficient, it is so capable, it stores so much of data without having any problem. And that data would be there for many to many years. Unless and until you delete it, that data would be always there. You will find your oldest data also onto the drive. How? Because Drive is storing it very properly. So that is known as the capability of Drive. That is Google Drive. In the same manner, cloud natural language processing API is also working into the same manner. Next is Google Cloud Natural Language Processing API. So Google Cloud Natural Language Processing API, what it is used, for what purpose it is used? It is used to extract the beneficial data from the unstructured text. Basically, you are having the unstructured text only, as I told you previously. In natural language processing, what happened, you would be getting unsupervised unstructured text, and you have to extract the important data out of it. So this API allow you to perform the recognizing the things, then recognizing the sentiment, you need to analyze the sentiments, you need to do the classification of the content also, right? You are getting a lot of data, you have to bifurcate it. Bifurcation means what? You have to classify them, and on the basis of classification, what type of syntax you need to mention, what type of strong relationship should be there, right? So it allow you to perform text analysis in multiple languages. Means with the help of the Google Cloud Natural Language API, you can do the analysis, text analysis on various type of languages. Not only for the one or two, it is being used for 4 to 5 languages. I mentioned over here 4 languages: English, French, Chinese, and German. These are the languages which are being spoken at the majority level. Challenges of natural language processing, obviously this technology is doing great work, but there could be few challenges also, right? Where this particular natural language processing is lacking behind, some kind of problem is there. So the very first problem is use of these tokens. Means what we are doing, we are just breaking the statement into small token in order to rectify them, in order to understand them. Then later on, they are talking about tagging part of speech. So part of speech is the biggest problem for them. Then vocabulary is also a biggest challenge. कितना vocabulary भरोगे? वो भी तो important aspect हो जाता है ना. Vocabulary is unlimited. Every day new words are getting invented. So obviously we have to load a heavy weighted vocabulary. And loaded is something different. First we have to build it. Next, appropriate component should be linked with this vocabulary that we have created. We have to make the link, right? We want that our application should use this vocabulary, so I need to integrate it, I need to link it. Now before linking, we have to understand the context also. Okay, and then later on, with the help of semantic, we will be trying to form a relationship, and with the help of relationship, we will be finding out who is the best for this operation. Then we would be going for the named entity recognition, the entity which is having the name. Like for example, your house is also entity, and we people are living inside it. Name transforming unstructured data into the structured data. Yes, बहुत important है. अब वो तो नहीं, इतना तो नहीं कर पाते, but ये, yes, they try to extract the important information. And the last one is ambiguity in speech, means you are having a lot of problem while speaking something because you are not clear about it. You are not at all clear about it. So, dear student, here we have completed our natural language processing also. So, from this particular session, we have underwent what are the various phases of the natural language processing, and how one phase is being interconnected and how they are attached with each other. Later on, we have seen the different type of natural language processing API. There we have understand what is the problem and what type of solution we people are implementing. And later on, the very important thing, like every technology has certain level of challenges, and here also that what you can say, natural language processing is also having certain kind of issues so far. So we need to overcome those issues basically. So thank you so very much, student. I hope this particular session would be advantageous session to you people. See you into my next session of this course, that is artificial intelligence. Thank you so very much, student. Stay safe.